What is art? Is it pieces such as Van Gogh, Matisse, Banksy, or is it that kid you saw in your elementary years drawing amazing faces or eyes? Is art accessible? Is art meant only for high society spending millions of dollars on a banana? Is art truly for us, common people working 9 to 5, taking moments for ourselves and simply making art? Is it for me? Is it worth it for me doing? Yes, it is for you, and it is for me. Welcome to MacRager Collective, a space for like-minded artists making dreams come true and pursuing our journeys as we create art that make an impact in your world. Are you a 9 to 5er? Are you retired? Are you looking just to get back into painting or drawing? I started this community just because I wanted to create an opportunity for myself to create art and to be inspired by other people making art as well. I work in the marketing profession, and all my pursuits are for another industry, for another company, and I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to really make art that I wanted to create. I felt lost. All of my pursuits, all of my energy was for another industry, for another company. That didn't sit well with me. So I wanted to start something and to figure out why am I not making art for myself. This is my story. When I grew up, I loved to draw. I loved to paint. I loved to make theater stages with all the little mechanisms and lights. I would have finger lights on my hands, and I loved and be imaginative. And as I grew up, saw a switch and a change. Thank you so much for watching this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow. What stopped me in the past and what creeps into my thoughts and processes are three fears I seem to keep going back to recognize and I think work through. First is the fear of perfection. I think we all can attest to this, of being a fear of making everything look right, and all the products, all your pursuits are trying to find that detail and make it better, and when that detail to make it better and better and better and better, and freezing our ability to. And I wanted to create that perfect video. This is not the first time I've done this video. This is the second time. I was being perfectionism, so I'm trying to get through that, and I think perfectionism takes so much of our energy. That second is the fear of critique, feelings of being judged for your work, feeling of that your work is not up to the par that you want it to be. Your art is not the perfect realistic eye or the realistic face, but also that answer too. I think not just of outside opinions, but is what is your response? And I think having that response freezes me up. The third is fear of comparison. Comparison, it kills so many amazing ideas that don't get to the end. I mean, I definitely do this, not just in my art, but in my daily life, comparing myself to other people, and they're in totally different paths. And the art that we make, same thing. Our art is a reflection of our experiences, of our present, and of our past, and of our hopes for the future. I fell for those fears, and I hated myself for it because it did not help me build up my art. Stopped me from making art. Stopped me from pursuing that process. It stopped me from, but what has helped me is building up this habit of time just for making art, of just for drawing, of just for painting, and discovering the things around me. I think there's three different things that we can discover. We can discover what's imperfect around, what you see when you go outside your home. Start observing. There's so much that you can do when you just sit quietly and observe. Observing how do the trees flow through the wind. Observing what does your heart rate do when you are in a place that you love, and you start recognizing that in your drawing. I think one of my favorite places to observe is to go to a coffee shop and just to listen around and start drawing, and drawing what I hear, drawing people in the moment, taking that time to simply sit and relax. I think we have a trouble to do that sometimes when we don't have that ability just to sit and relax. I think the second thing is discovering the positive of having constructive criticism. I think before I was talking about the negative of being critiqued, that inward feeling of like I'm not good enough, but switching it around, turning the coin on on this criticism by asking trusted friends that they're not trying to tear you down. So let's be realistic. So get out a piece of paper. Let's do it. Oh no, I just dropped stuff. Got it. Okay, get a pencil. I think instead of always thinking about stuff in this ethereal world, I hate it when stuff is kind of talked about in ethereal world. Nothing is put onto physical. And I think having this physical representation of what are our barriers. Write down barriers. Okay. So write down barriers and think of what it is. Is it time constraints? Time? Is it a family? Is it one of those fears? Fear of perfection. That was definitely me. Is it fear of critique? Slash a line down. Put a Monday through Friday on here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday and Sunday. Decide, kind of just visually see what days do you want to do. It could be any type of day, but for me, 15 minutes a day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. Starting small, you can just even do 2 days. That self-imposed discipline eases that prospect to reinvent each piece yourself with each piece of art. So you give that consistency.
Oh crap. Okay, so now let's practice. Start. I want you to turn over that piece of paper you probably had. Remember, this is a starting point. This is just trying to get stuff on the paper. We're trying to get loosened up, and we're trying to make art because we really want to impact the way we think about our artist habit. But first, create a shape in the middle of your paper. Now I'm gonna put on five songs. 5 different songs have different types of mood, different types of beats. They all kind of align together. And just notice what you do. I want you to take up the whole entire piece of paper, not just the small little part. You can do lines, you can shade, you can do little dots, you can make whatever your desire. What I want you to notice is what is happening when you're listening to the song. The point is you're getting the pencil onto the paper, because that's the biggest hurdle, is thinking it's going to be a bad art and you're already doomed from the beginning. So let's begin. I'm so glad you finished this 5 minutes. Thank you so much for taking this 5 minutes and creating an art opportunity for yourself. What types of lines, what types of shapes, what types of topics did you notice when you finished this? Put that in the comments below. Congratulations, now you are an artist. You are in the process of making that art. What matters to you alone is that process, the experience of shaping your work and your art. If you felt like you need more, but just didn't know where to start, do you need that little boost to create, but just didn't know where to start? I encourage you to take up that journey, that 15 minutes a day, go back to what we did before. If you need some more structure, I definitely would love to help you. In the description below, there is a link to a packet with activities, prompts, and a 7-day, 15-minute challenge to start crafting your artist habit. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.